When we feel inspired to make a change in our lives, whether that's around about New Year, our birthdays, on a random Wednesday, we tend to want to do it in a big way. We want to change our routines, our habits, basically become this whole new person. This is great as a source of inspiration, motivation, to have this ideal self that you want to become. But trying to become that person overnight never really works. Before you know it, you've settled back into your old routines, your old habits without even realising, and you feel like you've failed at your goals, your New Year's resolutions, your new habits, etc. Nothing changes and you're still in the same place you were when you decided to make that change. In this video, I want to talk about 7 ways that you can actually change your life that are more sustainable and more likely to actually change your life. Number 1, ditch the goals that you've already tried. If you're anything like me, you have tried goals before, maybe multiple times. They've failed, it's not happened, you still haven't built that habit of drinking 2.5 litres of water every day. You still haven't got a workout habit. I love how my examples automatically go to health. Those are the habits I struggle with the most, clearly. For whatever reason, it hasn't happened yet. And when you think of it, it can make you feel disappointed, guilty, sad, just frustrated that you haven't achieved it. That's not an inspiring place for a goal to come from, so ditch it. It doesn't need to be forever, but you want to build up your wins before you try to take on that goal again, so that you can go at them with more confidence in your ability to actually achieve them, and probably more systems and mindsets that will actually help you to achieve them that you didn't have before. Number 2, work with who you are, not who you want to be. The first thing I do when I set a new goal is decide that I am going to achieve this goal no matter what. That usually doesn't happen. If you have messy habits, they aren't just going to disappear because you've now decided that you want to set a goal of always having a clean house. If you're always really tired in the evening, but you set a goal of doing a workout or going to the gym every evening, you're not going to do it. That tiredness isn't going to disappear. The energy is not just going to be there because you've set a new goal. Make it as easy as you can to actually do it, as you are right now, and you'll be way more likely to actually follow through. Number 3 is to choose a theme for your year rather than set specific goals. It's very unlikely that you are going to be the same person in August 2022 than you are in January 2022. So don't plan out your whole year's worth of goals as the person you are right now. Instead, choose a theme for your year. Pick something that's going to make a big difference in your life. If you are someone who is always late, is always running behind when it comes to deadlines, then choose time management or organisation as your theme for the year. If you want to get into a good fitness routine and start eating more healthy foods, set a theme of health for your year. By doing this, you're still going to be working towards this overarching theme, but you can be a lot more flexible with how you do that, depending on what stage you're at in your life and what you enjoy and what you want to do. Number 4 is to change up your Insta feed. Especially if you're a visual person, this one could be way more important than you actually think. When you scroll through Instagram or any social media feed, you want to feel inspired, not drained and exhausted. If you find yourself looking through rants or pushy sales posts or things that you're really just not interested in, you're doing it wrong. Take advantage of the mute button, follow people who have similar goals to you or have achieved the kind of things that you're working towards, and interact with the posts that you enjoy seeing so that Instagram or whatever social media will show you more of that. Number 5 is to keep inspiration visible. Similar to the last point, but more than just social media. Keep a vision board in your home or as your desktop background. Watch YouTubers, documentaries, movies that you find inspiring or motivating, and write down your goals every day to keep them front of mind. The more that you see something, the more your mind can work in the background to look for opportunities that relate to that thing or solve problems Your brain's always taking in information and figuring things out for you. So the more you show yourself the things that you want, the more likely you are to see the opportunities to get you where you want to be. Number 6 is to reduce the amount of decisions that you have to make in a day. There are so many different ways that you can do this. You could set up an outfit gallery in an app or in Notion so that you have outfits and you can just pick outfits rather than trying to decide in the morning what you're going to wear. You can eat the same thing for breakfast every day. The point is, the less decisions you have to make in a day, the more mental energy you're going to have to focus on the things that are more important to you, to focus on the goals that you really want to achieve. Having less decisions to make will reduce stress in your life, stop you getting overwhelmed quite so much, and give you more space to think and spend on the things that you would rather spend your time on. And the 7th way to change your life this year is to plan in those wouldn't it be cool if moments. At the beginning of the year, when you're thinking about all these things that you want to do, you may be creating vision boards or lists of things that you would love to do this year, it can be easy to assume that you'll somehow make time for those things. But I know for me, I got to the end of 2021 and I had done almost none of those things. Keep a running list of these things that you think of that you would really like to do, and each month plan some of them in. Decide when you're going to do that thing, arrange it with friends or book something if you need to book something. Make sure those things are actually happening. You'll enjoy life much more if you actually have things to look forward to and you have things that you would love to do actually happening in your life. So those are 7 things I have learned the hard way that make it so much easier to set goals and to stick to them. So let me know in the comments if you're gonna try out any of these things, if you already do them and if they work for you. If you want to keep watching, I will have a video on the screen for you to watch next, and other than that, I will see you in the next video.